I'm literally this close to being done. Literally, just this tiny little amount. And as proof, I bought the biggest fire extinguisher I could find, because today we're gonna do a test run. We're gonna stoke a fire and actually try and sweat in it to see if the sauna can do its thing. It's been quite a process. I had no idea what I was getting into. I definitely bit off more than I could chew, again. And it's been challenging, and it's also been really rewarding because I've been learning how to work with metal, how to work with wood, how to convert rust, and everything in between. And so my skills as somebody that can work with his hands have improved drastically. So for all the DIYers watching out there, or for people that are aspiring to do stuff on their own, this is a testament, an honest testament to the fact that if you set your sights high and you go out and you do the work, it's totally rewarding on the other end. Today we are gonna fire it up for the very first time. And I am beyond excited, and I'm nervous. At this point, the trailer is 95% done. I just have a little bit more paint work and Bondo work to finish up on the front. But for all intents and purposes, the inside is complete. It's watertight. The stove's in. I got the rocks. I harvested my aspen branches. And so it's ready to go. And I see no reason to dilly-dally any further. So I've invited some friends over this evening who are gonna help me test this thing out for the very first time. It's sort of gonna be the maiden voyage, if you will. And just in case anything were to go wrong, I went to the store and I picked up one of these. This is the biggest fire extinguisher that I could find. And I figure for a portable sauna, this is an absolute must. Now, for van life in general, I recommend getting a fire extinguisher, but if you have a sauna that's burning wood like I do, it just seems like a no-brainer. And also, we're not gonna be driving it anywhere. We're gonna fire it up in the safety of my backyard, where I have access to water and a hose. And yeah, I'm kind of sitting here biting my fingernails because I don't know what to expect. I mean, I think it'll work out, but at the same time, maybe it's all gonna burn down to a crisp. And before we fire it up, I'm gonna make sure and walk around and do a nice video tour, as well as take some photos, you know, just as proof that it exists. So we're gonna do that next. The very last thing that I want to kind of note is that I'm most worried about the windows in the front. So the windows in the front, they came with the trailer originally. They're hand-etched pieces of plastic, and there's horses on them. So not only is it a cool thing, there's some art involved there, but it's also an homage to what the trailer used to be, which is a horse trailer. And so I'd really like to keep those. That being said, I don't know if plastic can withstand high heat, and I'm hoping the fact that there are numerous heat shields on the sauna stove, and the fact that I bought a double insulated chimney, I'm hoping that those factors will enable me to preserve those windows. And if not, you know, if they melt completely, I do have a backup plan, but I sincerely hope that it doesn't get to that. Okay, without further ado, let's just hop in. I'll give you the full tour, the full 90% finished tour, and then we'll wrap this bitch up. Boom. The Kuma stove I got comes with extra heat shields. And heat shields are exactly that. They're pieces of metal with some sort of other insulator that shields combustibles, i.e. wood, shields them from the heat of the sauna stove. So let me show you real quick how these install. So oh, look at this. Here's a nice little feature that I came up with. Boom, doorstop. So let me quickly show you how these install. Super simple. Vunk. This is the back, and it just sits like so. On the cute little Kuma. Then its brother lives right next door. Just like so. And its sister, let me switch hands, lives over here. And now you can see the stove looks a lot beefier, and it's because it's shielded. So I have a double heat shield situation. I have these custom heat shields that Kuma makes, as well as some corrugated metal that I put up. And then as a tertiary heat shield, I have a double-walled chimney. And so this thing is going to enable me to, basically this disperses heat so that you just need 6 inches of clearance in between your combustibles. Whereas a single walled chimney is going to need, gosh, I can't remember now. I think it's something like 18, 20 inches, something like that. So substantially less room is required with the chimney that I went with. 2 benches with ample storage underneath. This bench right here is taller than that bench. That's about 20 inches. That's 25 inches. This accommodates taller people as well as people that like to get a little hotter. Here's a little utility door that opens. I'm going to try and squeeze behind the stove here and show you the sauna looking the other direction. And there's our benches. Floor to ceiling tongue and groove cedar. And this board right here is a custom built piece of redwood that my buddy Willie helped me mill. On this side we have some very important sauna gauges. We got a thermometer up top as well as a hydrometer on the bottom. So that'll tell us how hot it is, and that will tell us how moist it is. There's our little nightlight. That side of the sauna has road shower, a little bar, and a fire extinguisher. You can see the chimneys visible. There's the front of the horse trailer. Here you can see our famous plastic hand-etched horse windows. Hopefully those won't melt this evening. This thing is kind of cool. It opens up, and then you can kind of see the inside from a different angle. Benches, back of the stove. Gosh, I already scratched up the chimney quite a bit, huh? Oh well. We still need to do a little work there. Don't mind that. Here's that utility door. Whoa. That didn't sound good. There you go. There's an inside peek at the side of the stove. More cedar on the ground. Right over there you see that's a little custom stand my buddy Nico and Jason helped me build for the stove to kind of get it a little bit off the ground, thus giving us some more safety room, some more clearance from the stove and the combustibles below it. On this side we have a spare tire with a spare tire cover. Don't buy one of these cheap plastic vinyl covers, they suck. They want to fly off when the trailer's in motion. So that thing I'm going to get rid of and find something better. And then we're back to where we started, the back. This goes all the way up. Oh. That's what's been rattling. First fire.
Yes.
The porthole looks awesome.
Porthole did come out nicely.
Thank you.
Where did you get the light bulb?
Not yet.
Watch. I'm gonna fail at my very first fire because I did.
Now, once you get, well, I bet you when you close that thing, it just starts to do its own thing. It's like a solo stove. It like pretty much does its own thing.
What the hell is that?
But mainly I just need it cut.
Oh, watch out real quick. Whoa, Britt's famous right now. Look at that.
Oh
She's
my
so
gosh.
famous.
Hi.
Oh, look at her. Oh,
No,
snap.
Katie is
She's so famous. Detour, detour.
Nope, I don't know what to yet.
Then you come over and you grab some branches.
You know what? Oh, Dominic. Yeah. I didn't say anything about it.
And you shove your branches in the warm water, your dry branches, and you let them soak for a nice 15-20 minutes till they're nice and soft and as though they're fresh. Okay, well, we're off to kind of a rough start. There's Tomio checking out the tube. It's smoking out the neighbors a little bit. Lesson learned. This is probably not going to be like an urban sauna. This is going to be for camping trips. That being said, my neighbors knew what they were getting into when they saw me start building this thing, so hopefully they'll forgive me. And then on the inside, there's a little bit of smoke. But these are just the growing pains. We're gonna work all this stuff out because, you know, this is just the first go. It is getting warm in here though.
It is. I can feel it.
Currently the temperature is at 90 degrees.
Oh, it went up 10 degrees.
So it went up 10 degrees in about 5 minutes.
That went up fast.
I need to be.
Let's check on the temperature. Damn, 145. I just opened the door. Humidity is 30%.
Nice.
Is that better? 135. Humidity is at 29%. Dudes, it's cooking in here. It's hot. I mean, seriously, up here, I'm sweating. Not too crazy. First sauna. Here we go. Holy moly, it's warm in here, huh? Proof is in the pudding right there. 170? 160. The girls are in here. Oh, Tomio. Get in here. All right, camera.
Nice.
is gonna go off before my friends throw me out of here. Oh, actually, Patty, before we do that, we gotta throw some water on the rocks.
Feels pretty good.
I'm scared.
Do it. Don't get it.
Huh?
Just kidding.
I'm pulling it.
Oh, that's nice. All right, let's pause right there.
Yeah, that's better.
It feels
Makes my
pretty
eyes feel-
warm.
Yeah, me too. Do your guys'
We're not even at 200 yet.
It's pretty warm.
Pretty warm.
Tomio's keeping it down.
Hold it down.
Holding it down. Throw some more water on that guy.
You betcha. Yeah. That's not how they do
Yeah,
it.
betcha.
Yeah, you betcha.
That's real sweat. You can't fake that stuff.
This is real sweat. I'm really sweating now.
It's not a little moisture glistener thing that I have in my house.
A little spritzer?
A spritzer.
A little spritzy spritz.
Can't fake that steam, folks. Those are hand-harvested rocks doing their job.
Look at how quickly, if it goes on the actual stove, it just dissipates.
It evaporates. And so that's exactly why you want it on the rocks, huh? Because it just kind of time releases it.
Yeah, it otherwise it's too quick. Woo!
Oh man,
This is amazing!
look at this. I don't think the hydrometer is working. It's definitely,
It's definitely
wetter than
more
30.
humid than that.
I mean, look, the camera's fogging up. And then we're right at 160, almost 168.
No, I think it's higher than that. That's 60, 70.
That's 170?
It's almost at 180.
Get in here. Oh, look, they got the branches. Get in here, Kylie, get in here. Okay. Here, film me, I'll show you how it's done. Ready? So currently, these feel kind of cold, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna warm them up. Preferably not over the stove because we don't want the leaves to burn.
How's the cold plunge?
Felt really good.
Did it?
Yeah.
And we're gonna trap the warm heat up here with these things.
Very hot up here.
Very hot up here, and then
You gotta do it to them.
it's kind of like a whisk. Ready? I'm gonna
Okay.
do your back
Oh,
or your front. Yeah, just sit right there. And so it's not like a beating.
Oh, it feels warm. It felt
It's
cool.
like a whisk.
It felt cool when Britt did it, and now it feels really warm.
And what this does is it releases all your toxins
It smells good.
and smells good. There's aromatherapy,
Oh, my diabetes is cured.
and also it opens up
it
your
does smell-
capillaries.
It smells really good.
All right, ready, Britt? We're gonna give you a little.
It smells really nice.
This is Russian tradition right here. This is Russian tradition.
I actually really like this.
It feels good.
Oh,
Kind of-
see, that one kind of caught on to you. You're a
Kind
little
of feels
too
like you're
hot to handle.
trapped, like you're trapped in seaweed or something.
Yeah, I mean it's an acquired taste for sure. But eventually,
I like. So, can I do yours?
yeah. So I'm already learning too that this thing needs to be a little less bushy for something of this size. Lesson learned. Oh, dude, that was good. Little bit of muscle.
Another buka. Buka.
Give me more vinegar. Dude, this thing is cooking.
This thing is cooking.
Oh yeah, don't you know? This thing is cooking.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Who's ready? Tender.
She just has that look of relaxation.
I know, her face just
That face just says, I love this idea. Sergei, you can do no wrong. And I will always love you. Oh, I'm so touched, baby. Thank you.
I will always love you. Thanks for making us a
Oh, dude,
sauna.
that is cooking.
This is
Holy
going.
moly.
We are at just shy of 180. Like 178, 179.
Polar plunge.
Holy punch.
Get it.
Oh man.
That's real sweat.
That feels amazing.
Look at, they're red.
It is hot.
Dude, it's so simple. It's just a hot room and that's a cold plunge, but it feels so good.
It feels so luxurious.
Oh. It works. First time is successful. I got nice and hot. We did it for about an hour and a half-ish. The branches held up nicely. I'm stoked about that. The light's still on. Tomio's still in there enjoying himself, so dude, I'm a happy camper. This is awesome.